Celtic head to Italy tomorrow night as they take on Bologna in match day 7 of the UEFA Europa League. In this video, I'll be looking at team news for tomorrow night's game alongside the opponents Bologna. How are they faring out in the Serie A this season, alongside a potential incoming that could be in the squad tomorrow night. So if you want to hear all that information, stick out to the end of the video and you'll hear it all there. So yeah, let's get straight into my team news for tomorrow night. So firstly, I'll be looking at the lineup prediction, the lineup news for tomorrow night. So here it is on screen. We can see I've gone with a classic 4-4-3. Don't suspect it to be anything else. Kasper Schmeichel, I feel, will be starting in goals. The 39-year-old Denmark captain. He's made for the big nights. He's made for the big moments. He hasn't been performing to the best of his abilities this year, so hopefully he can put all his might into another big European performance for Celtic in Italy. Back four, Kieran Tierney, Julian Araujo, Liam Scales and Austin Trusty. It's the best back four, I would say, the club has right now. So many injuries. Would you throw Stephen Welsh in there? Played alright on Sunday against Auchinleck Talbot, but I think Scales and Trusty are by far the best partnership with Cameron Carter-Vickers out injured. Will there be another centre back coming in? That's a big question. Hopefully so, because there definitely needs to be cover, if not improvement in that area. Kieran Tierney as well, he came back for European games. Don't think he would have thought he'd been coming back for Europa League games. I think he was anticipating that Champions League football would have been coming back to Celtic Park, but the 28-year-old will be more than ready for this occasion in Italy. Moving on to the midfield three, Callum McGregor, Arnie Engels and Benjamin Nygren. Benjamin Nygren getting a crucial clincher against Feyenoord last time out away from home in the Europa League in a 3-1 win. That was a massive result. Some may argue Martin O'Neill's biggest result in his games as interim manager, but this season Benjamin Nygren, 12 goals, 6 assists, truly shown his 1.5 million transfer pound value so far. And in the Europa League he's played 6 times, getting 2 goals and 1 assist. Callum McGregor, could say the ever trusty Callum McGregor, 32 years old now, played a lot of football this year and played a lot of football every year. This is a game where he'll know what needs to be done. He'll know the Celtic midfield will need to be strong. They'll need to be hard to break through, and when in possession they'll need to hold it up. They'll need to compose themselves so that the team can build forward, and that is Arnie Engels' role. Also a player that hasn't lived up to the expectation, been rumoured with RB Leipzig this week, so this is a big game for him. He'll want to showcase his worth and his value to Celtic and the rest of Europe as well. We've seen in the Champions League last year, that's where I feel he had his best games, his best performances in a Celtic shirt, and I feel he can deliver that again tomorrow night. Front three, Sebastian Tinekti, Hinju Yang and Daisen Maeda. Sebastian Tinekti coming off the bench on Sunday, scoring a magnificent goal to seal the 2-0 win, but his numbers haven't really been as good as at times the performances have suggested. Only 3 goals this season, with 1 in the league, 1 in the League Cup and 1 in the Scottish Cup, so numbers is where he needs to improve. But if he can get his end product, sometimes when he takes the man on, he looks at his most dangerous. The other two, Daisen Maeda, I feel will be starting striker for this game. It's between him and Kenny really who will start, and I think it'll be Maeda for his European experience alongside Yang, who has had a massive resurgence in the second half of the season, playing 24 games this year, 3 in the Europa League, getting the goal that you could say got Celtic going that night in Rotterdam to make it 1-1 and at the back post. So that's my team. The only areas that I feel may be up for discussion is the striker position. Will Maeda start? Will Kenny start? Will Maeda push over to the left wing? And will Kenny slot in up top? That's the questions Martin O'Neill and Sean Maloney will have to negotiate over the next number of hours before kickoff starts. So next I'm going to turn our attention to the home team for the night. It's going to be Bologna. They play at the Stadio Renano dell'Ara, which has a capacity of 36,532. Now, this is somewhere where they have made a fortress over the years. There's a running track around it, a proper old-fashioned Italian stadium. If you would say, imagine an Italian stadium, that is the kind of stadium that would pop up. Now, their recent form hasn't been the best. They're currently sitting in 8th place in the Serie A with only one win in their last five, coming against Hellas Verona. In their last outing at home to Fiorentina, they registered a 2-1 defeat, having 18 shots but only 3 on target. Now, this is a stat that proves they're getting the ball off into these areas but just not capitalising, getting the shots on target. They also had 63% of the possession and having 150 more passes completed than Fiorentina. So a dominant display despite the 2-1 defeat, with a late goal coming in that one to salvage something, you could say. Also, we can see here the 3-2 win away to Hellas Verona, but also a 1-1 draw with Como, 2-0 defeat to Atalanta, and a 3-1 defeat to Inter Milan, who are sitting top of Serie A. We can see there that they are big games: Como, Atalanta, Inter Milan, all doing well this season. So it's definitely a tough run of fixtures for them. But when it comes to the Europa League, they are sitting 13th on 11 points, and they haven't lost since match week 1. So unbeaten in 5, registering 3 draws, three wins and 2 draws. 3 wins and 2 draws in that one. So their manager, Vincenzo Italiano, who's 48 years old, will be really anticipating a big performance from them. He'll be hoping for a win. He'll be hoping for 3 points and maybe a possibility of squeezing into the top 8, getting an automatic bye to the round of 16. So these are all aspects Celtic will have to weigh up. I'm sure Martin O'Neill and the backroom team will have a plan for them. While for Celtic, we're still awaiting the striker that seems to be so elusive at this stage in the transfer window. Celtic needing really 2 strikers, but 1 at a minimum, to try and salvage this league title, to make somewhat of a run in the Europa League and try and win the Scottish Cup as well. There is a linked striker that may be coming to the club. His name is Tovins Kavankara, the 25-year-old, currently plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. At 6'3", he seems to be of a big stature, but despite his big stature, he is very quick on the ball. He has a fast burst of pace. Now, it is not confirmed that Celtic will be signing him, but reports suggest that terms are agreed, and him and his agent are in Glasgow right now, so he will not be in the squad for tomorrow night, but hopefully he'll be at Tynecastle on Sunday as Celtic face Hearts at 3 o'clock in the league. So that is all from me on the Owen McDonough YouTube channel. I'll be back again with my match reaction tomorrow evening after the game. So until then, enjoy the match and come on the hoops. Hill, hill.